fire cusp signs. I hope you guys are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. This is for Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, and Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp. Welcome, welcome. Guys, I am almost at 10,000 subscribers. If you guys keep finding yourself coming back to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so that way I can meet that goal. Okay, let's see what's going on with you. Best message coming in. This will be your last chakra reading of the year. Please. Instinct. Oh, I like that. Ground chakra coming out, using a lot of natural instincts when it comes to this situation. Wow, we're going to figure out why. At the bottom of the deck, we do have persevere. So it does feel like you are trying to keep yourself balanced with perseverance over here. And it says no playing victim. I'm not going to victimize myself to this situation. So I am loving the undercards here. You're waiting for this miracle. So this is very interesting, right? Because you're saying, I'm not going to tell myself things that don't serve me. I'm not going to weigh down on, right? On victimizing myself. I'm keeping myself in balance and persevering strong. Meaning I'm not going to tell myself I'm, not worthy enough to do this, or I can't do that, or, you know what, I'm just going to battle through like the warrior that you are. Wow. And that perseverance card is a great card. That's the wounded warrior, but that's also a great, not only is it a great, sacral chakra card, but it's also a great earth and fire together, right? Because it's saying I'm grounded enough to know where I'm going to move, right? Would be the 9 of Wands. Okay. Grounded enough to know exactly where I'm going to move, but I have the fire inside me, right? To keep battling through it all. Yes. So really grounding yourself, and you're using those natural instincts of yourself. You're saying, I'm in the knowing. I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. Yet there might be some things that are kind of holding me back in certain areas, even though I am performing as the wounded warrior. They're actually the way that they would come out, guys. It would be this way. Looking for the miracle. Not playing victim, balancing myself, and persevering. There we go. Because that's how you get to the perseverance, right? Which was the very bottom of the deck. So, yes, it says, so you're kind of, it says you're kind of on this solitary journey over here. Okay. It says the spirit lies on the road ahead and led by spirit, following your instincts. The key words to this reading are instincts, guides, and true awakening. Wow. Not letting anyone, right, sabotage you. Not letting yourself sabotage you. Not letting others sabotage you for you to sabotage yourself, right? That would be that tricky card that we've seen over here as well. Saying, well, maybe, if they're saying things, maybe they're right. No, they're not always right, especially when it comes to stuff like that, because it actually comes back on you more than it ever did with them saying such things, because they get it inside your head, right? Oh, you're not going to make that. Okay. Well, whether or not I do or not isn't the point. The point is I'm not going to self-sabotage myself enough to say that I'm not going to, because there could be a miracle at hand. Why would I want to sabotage a miracle? Right? Okay, guys, let's go. Okay, the willow. Oh, that's finding the peace within yourself, but also finding that light within yourself. That's the awakening. That's that peace that says, I'm following what it is I want. Balance. There it is, that balance. We talked about this balance. It's saying I'm keeping this balance and I'm finding the peace. The willow is all about the peace within myself, the harmony. Having and trusting my instincts says that I have enough peace within myself to balance my chakras, to balance myself. Your chakras are yourself. It's your higher self, right? It's the energy within. I always consider it like the soul's energy, right? Because everything has it. The trees have it. My dog has it, right? just the planet itself has it. So, right, it says that there was a place that I was caught in the runes. There was a place that I felt stuck, and I'm making my way out of it. Now, if you're still in this process of making your way to this willow tree, this place of serenity, this place of, you know, really trusting within yourself, really trusting in the divine process. It says, continue on your way, plant those seeds. 1 + 6 is 7. 7 is all about knowing thy higher self. It's always about also planting those seeds to make that future. And you have 7 here. So this is a very divine reading. It's saying that there's a lot of divine things going on, but there's also things underneath yourself, within yourself, and it's kind of like under the radar. When I say like underneath, it's like under the radar of what's really going on within yourself. So if you keep asking yourself, I don't know, why I keep having this, one thought. It's that one thought, it's because your soul's like, pushing on you. Spirit is pushing on you, your ancestors. In this case, though, it's really your own higher self pushing on you, saying, I need you to do this. I want you to do this. So you could even find yourself that your instincts, when you're in crown over here, your intuition is very high, right? Because you're putting yourself in the knowing that something is going on, and the knowing that I need to do this, and the knowing that this feels good, and this is good for me. So yeah, a lot of your psychic abilities may also be, coming out into the light. You might be seeing a lot more clairvoyant things going on around you. Your intuition might be much higher than normal. Okay. So in crescent moon, the hidden pieces of thyself that bring in the miracles and magic. It's a very magical time, to find the awakening within yourself, and to, really push yourself to certain frequencies and certain vibrations, and just knowing that you're pushing yourself into this new vibration. I mean, this is just a place of a higher vibration as well, a peace and serenity. It's funny because this card really trips me out, you guys. I'm going to tell you something really quick. When I was a little girl, I always believed that when I died, this always, like I said, it tripped me out when I first got this deck. I always said when I died that, I was always going to sit underneath the willow tree next to a river, and I used to always say, oh, me and my horse, we're going to sit next to this, when we die, and I'm going to meet her there. And I'm going to sit underneath this willow tree. And then I got this deck and I seen that. And my whole life, I mean, that's where I always said that's where I was going to make my peace in the afterlife, was underneath this willow tree next to a river with my horse and my dog. And you know how kids are. But I've been keeping that with me forever. So every time I see that, it's like the ultimate serenity to me. Now, it is what it is. But I just think that's weird, because every time I see that, even to this day, it's kind of like, that is the ultimate serenity. That's the ultimate peace that you could find within yourself. You have the moving water. You have this tree of light. It's a place of just, understanding. There's a lot of understanding also when you get to this willow tree. So I just want to share that with you, because it still trips me out. I was just thinking about that right now. I was like, it is. It's almost like a place of afterlife that we can actually bring into this life. It doesn't have to just be there, right? It's a place of refreshing your mind. So let's get a couple of cards over here. So the increscent moon is just really finding that treasure within yourself, saying there's hidden talents and hidden things that are going to come to light for you. Things that you're not aware of at this time that are trying to come up. And the more that you're using your instincts, the more you're going to persevere, the more that miracle is going to happen. This one says scrying, trust your visions. There it is. Use your intuition again. I mean, it's literally just saying exactly what we just said. plant those seeds. There it is right there. So this card here is literally this whole row right here. That's amazing. Trust in what it is you know. Don't throw what you know away. If it keeps bugging you and you know it's something good, go with it. But that's why I love this persevere, because this is just keep going. Don't let anyone knock you down. Alignment, it's coming together, precision. So you're coming into alignment with what it is you truly want. When your chakras are all aligned and you're in the alignment, you know, that's when you really start seeing those numbers too start coming out, when you're aligned with the universe, right? That's when you start seeing those double digits, those triple digits. And really wanting to pay attention to what, you know, Spirit is really telling you. I mean, it's, you know, or you start seeing those butterflies or those ravens. You see what I'm saying? Or if you know that you want to go to nursing school and then all of a sudden you start seeing nursing stuff all over the place. That is the universe pushing you in that area, saying that is a good idea. You are aligned with that. I want this new car. I keep seeing now this car on the road. That's the universe telling you you are aligned to get what your dream is. Just keep pushing. Hagstone, energy, shield, protection, and inner strength. So it's saying at this time you are protected. You have this energy shield around you. But I love that too, because then it goes back to these bottom cards again. I'm not going to self-sabotage myself. And anybody who wants to try to hurt you, you know, in your energy, you are now building a shield around you. As your chakras become in a row, your aura grows. Your chakras are a part of your aura. And the more that it grows and grows and it grows strong, and you grow strong, the more you're going to shield that. It's kind of like that saying, darkness doesn't like the light. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. If you find someone who's really dark, right? Really dark when you're really light and you're shining bright, you have this way of kind of repelling them. They don't want to come towards you. Right? When you're aligned and your light is bright, brightly shining, darkness doesn't like that. It wants to either attack you or run from it. So if you find a lot of people at this time also wanting to attack you for no reason, it's because you're shining too bright. They don't like it. They feel inferior to your light, to your alignment. It's truth. It's a vibration. You're vibrating at a higher vibration. And the darkness doesn't like it, right? Or they just leave. You have to ask yourself, why? I didn't even do anything wrong, because you're shining at a frequency that's way higher. They don't like that, so they have to kind of spit at you, right? Say hurtful, mean things to hurt you. For no reason. Not forgotten. Messages from Spirit, unbroken connection. So it's saying you're not breaking this connection. Keep yourself connected. Spirit says you're not forgotten. You are walking within the divine right now as you're aligning yourself to this miracle energy, to this place of where you're going to find the serenity. It all starts with the peace and serenity within yourself. But we find that through what? The first main piece. Trusting in the process and trusting in what you're doing. Wow. I like this one. This one is transmit your vibrations, use your voice. There it is right there. That bringing yourself to that higher vibration. Harmony and balance, joy and contentment. And that's where you're going. That's the same. So, I mean, you have all these things. I mean, this literally goes here. We could put this, over here. As you're wandering outside of this lower vibration, you are pushing yourself towards a higher vibration as we speak. And the more that, Christmas comes along, 'tis the season to be jolly. I know a lot of things, if you don't have the resources, you don't have the things, we're in tough times. Let's just put it that way. I'm just going to leave it there. And you feel like maybe I'm not is adequate within financial reasons that I was. Do not allow those things to bring you down. Don't let those things, you know what I mean? Do as much as you can from a loving space and a happy space. And you can actually watch everything that you want raise within vibrations. Sometimes we don't always have what we would like to, and it might make us feel a little inadequate. But that's, you know what? Don't let that be your demise. There's no reason. Okay? Just keep that joy and that happiness alive. Even when we don't have what exactly we want to have, or that we think we should have, just remember you can vibrate, because being alive and just being here with others, love is what matters the most. It's love, it's not material. And I know sometimes we can't get exactly what we want out of situations. I've been there, but it's all about the love. Okay? And that will keep your vibrations going strong, and that will actually keep you persevering. Okay? Wow, you guys' reading is off the charts. I see, I just see miracles working around you. It's when we have gratitude for what it is we already have, and then being able to push that out. It's not always about what we have. It's about what we have inside. I hope that makes sense. We don't always have the finances, but we have the love, and that's what matters the most. For some of you, it's improving health. Keeping your health, keeping your joy, right? Allowing yourself to heal from the DNA. Healing from any depression, anything that makes you feel down. Because a lot of people at this time of the year feel down. Sometimes they even feel down because maybe they're missing someone. Maybe it's not finances. Maybe it's, I'm missing my dad. I'm missing my mom. I'm missing. But you know what? Just remember, right? They're always with you. And they want you to be happy, not down. They want you to continue on this journey with the happiness, not being sad. So reconsider those energies, okay, so that you can recover the way you need to recover, because you're so ready. Wow. You're so ready for this situation to improve. And no matter what area it is. Peace and love. Bye-bye. Imagine this green light coming out of your heart space, just filling your whole body.